Let's talk about. Here's part B, the commentary. Woo! Do you think you can run it, run it? Cause indeed you can run it, yeah. Run them the money. Bootleg celebrity. Don't be Chris Brown. Don't be a bootleg celebrity. Please. You didn't show up. Pay back the money. You have a contractual obligation. But this right here speaks volumes. Mammy still don't get it. We're going to still hold it on. And these black men's going to wake up one day and they're going to realize that we've been holding it down for a minute. It's your turn to stand up and be men. They do not care about the community. And this, I speak, in my opinion, is the collective. Your entertainer not coming to save you, your preacher or your politician. Okay? Everybody, the three groups I just mentioned, politicians. And I can't say every preacher, so I'll give a little stack. Most of the preachers, especially pimping pork chop pastor, politicians, your preachers, your entertainers, you do understand, you may have some that are well-intended, but you do understand they're just feeding off the community. You do understand that, don't you? Yeah. They give you some words and they get paid. So he's gotten the money, $1.1 million. Then he makes it known, cancels out his sound check that it's not going to be no concert. You do understand who that concert is benefiting, right? You understand? It's benefiting poor people in Houston. And most of these people are minority people, black people. I'm willing to say 90%. Why do you think the black women stepped up and got this going? You think? Really? Huh? All these programs, it's not a guarantee you're going to benefit from it. In some of the programs that they have, we're going to help you get, I had to tell you that before in Houston. I said, listen, they're not giving you any money, okay? It's going to be a loan. Oh, they're going to give me, I'm trying to tell you right now, and she didn't listen to me. She found out later on, maybe a month or so later, months later. Girl, it's paperwork. It wasn't months later, maybe a few weeks to a month later or so, but I think maybe a couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks or so, correction. And then she called our mutual friend to say, hey, I'm like, that's what I told her. Why do you think there's paperwork? Did you think that was just going to hatch? And her amount was $80,000. I was like, in programs like this, they're not just going to hand you a check. It's going to be some paperwork for you to sign. And that's when she got a clue. But before then, she just saw $80,000. So you're going to have a second mortgage. You're going to have your regular mortgage, and you're going to have the payment for this $80,000. That's how it's going to work. They're not giving you anything. Some people still can't qualify, so their lives are in shambles. Have a home, but it's not safe to live in. It's not habitable. It's just not. So hence, of course, leave it to some black women to come up with a plan. Look, what did my friend say? In the black community, look who's doing everything. The black women. Now you wonder why people like Harvard Review, Goldman Sachs, now you understand why I keep telling you they know who to invest in. They've done the research. They're not in a circle just spin around and say, I pick you. Money don't work that way. Money makes calculated decisions. So this right here, black women picked him for an for an event as an entertainer. He's got $1.1 million. And the Negro didn't show up. And on the internet, making it clear it's not going to be no concert. But you got that money, though. Think. They had to call the police, and the police had subpoena records. Where are the theft charges at? You have a contractual obligation. But see, he knows this black woman in charge. I ain't calling that. I didn't even think about calling her name. I ain't calling it so and so, that beautiful lady, but it'll be something totally opposite. Okay, I'm gonna call, respect her. That's why I'm so glad. What's the lady that did that song "1,000 Miles"? Vanessa, I forget her name. Remember, that song "1,000 Miles." That popular song, and he tried to give her a shout out, and she ripped him a new one over a DV issue. Girl, yeah, Vanessa Carlson, I think that's her. Yes, I'm so glad she ripped him one. Out of all women to give a shout out, he picked that woman. I'm glad he did, because he got shut up on the world stage. What did I tell you? And sometimes the truth hurts. Doesn't apply to everybody. Doesn't apply to me. And a lot of you guys. But I told you, in the BC, there's all, especially with these dusties, it's always with a raggedy dusting. I don't care how much money you add, still dusty. In the BC, there's I've noticed among the community, always a get over mentality. I want something for free. We love to get over. Love to get. That's why in black businesses, a lot of people don't want to deal with us. Even some black business owners are like, always to get over mentality. I'm gonna get me some extra money. I ain't gonna pay. I ain't gonna perform. That's Blackistan for you. This is how Blackistan operates. Always gotta get over mentality. They're trying to understand this benefit is not for a pair of shoes. It's for people to have a roof over their heads. That's what the benefit is for. You think he know what the benefit is for? Are you kidding me? The Negro knew how to communicate long enough to get that money. Got the money, I ain't showing up. Typical dust bucket, chocolate drop, no grow Negro on the screen. That's how I see his monkey behind. So typical. I tell you, black people are the biggest white supremacy, because think about it. WS is to keep you down, is to murder you, is to injure you economically. Negroes do it every day. The murder rate, wives still kill each other. They try to always knock down black entrepreneurs. So, I mean, it's out there. But when the camera's on, we need some jobs and some community programs. Community programs, the least of your worry. You need some birth control or a new chip, because that C chip is sure enough working. We see it every day. He knows what it's about. He doesn't care. So for all you got all these rappers, and you got all these football, basketball players, all these black men. What they gonna do? What they've been doing, which is absolutely nothing. That's the part you don't get. But Mammy's gonna keep hope alive. I'm gonna keep hope alive, and one day, yeah. It speaks volumes. This is what he thinks of the community. And this is why you can't get anywhere. And I hate to tell you, look at your black leadership. Tell me one major thing that's done. And I'm not trying to hear about, well, they stop discrimination over hairdo discrimination. Out of all the problems that we face, which is a good thing. I mean, that's ridiculous, discriminating over hairdo, natural hair. That's crazy. We have to even go through that. What else you got? What else you got? And this is why the community is down. And they still is loving and believing in the average black man. Good luck. Whether he has money or not, good luck with that. And the ones that try to do something decent, yeah, you got to really watch your back. Or you're going to try to stand up for a woman's honor because you have a wife and children, you respect your mother, you don't hate yourself. A self-hating black man, child, look, he's worse than the Klan. Because then you might kind of, have your guard up. He's worse. You think, oh, he's black. He's a self-hating black man, you better run. This Negro is worse than the Klan. Because he might can get closer to you. And you wonder why. The same thing happens in business. With black on black is what I tell you. With black folks is what I told. It's always some drama. Always, like Mimo. How they embarrassed her, and She looked at me like I got some, like, oh, girl, is that you? Simply, you stinking. I already knew then. Oh, I see how you are about black business. And maybe you caught me on a good day and I'm not looking all hungry. I know. Maybe I should be looking like, well, I'm down to my last pot of beans and, get a GoFundMe going so they can raise some money for me. Black people hate so many other cultures get over on black people, so we internalize it and we can't say, okay, I'm going to be more astute in my decision making. No, too stupid. A lot of our people are. We're going to try to get over on somebody else that looks like us, and that's what he's done. So disrespectful. And I thought about it. Why black women gotta lead, gotta go ahead and get started. All these folk homeless, displaced. Black women, here it's up to you to get something going. Sure, the mayor is there, but the organization that got it started is those black women, okay? That's who got the party started, these black women. They did, boo-boo. That's who got it started. These black women right here on this screen. That is who got it started. Like this lady right here. That's who got it started. Always got to get something going. In Houston, you don't think it's a bunch of businessmen? Are you crazy? In H-Town? Shh. What are all these athletes and stuff? So what part you don't get it? This is a group of people. They don't value themselves, especially the men. The men do not value the black community. If they did, it wouldn't look the way it does. And that's just facts. What is the man? These Dustinas, still looking up to these men, trying to emulate them, acting a fool, acting dangerously, having their children. Something is wrong with your head. You need a psyche valve. In 2022, you're still getting pregnant by us. You need a psyche valve. And listen, we're in a recession. Oh, it's going to get worse. So you're reaching out and think this isn't for some kind of benefit. I've heard of Blake Shelton doing some kind of benefit, popping up, helping folks out. I can't verify. That's what I've heard. But they do that kind of stuff all the time. What's that big old guy in Houston? Large white dude, J.J. Watson. I forget. Oh my gosh, he's like a giant. He's done stuff before for the community. So they choose him. This right here speaks volumes. It lets you know what he thinks about the black community. Well, when they say he didn't want some dark complexion women in there, it lets you know what he thinks about the black women. That's just his preference. Our people can be very slow. Everyday people are showing you who they are, and you still gonna keep hope alive. You got folks in up here mad at Kamala, mad at Cam, and mad at Joy B. Why are you mad at Kamala? I didn't vote for Kamala because I did some research, and I didn't approve of her saying, she went to the Supreme Court. I didn't approve of her. What I found and what I read, these are people for low nonviolent crimes, and it's time for them to be released. And she fought to keep those black men's, for the mammies, she fought to keep them, unless she said the state needs the cheap labor. We are talking about somebody's life. They've served their sentence, They're nonviolent. They served their sentence based on the guidelines. The person should be released. We need the cheap labor. It speaks volumes. I'm sorry. I've had some of my friends of mine even say, oh, they feel hoodwinked. No. I'm sorry. And I'm not a fan of Joy B, but I'm going to keep it real with you. Joy B or Kamala did not hoodwink you. Kamala told you, quote, she wasn't going to do something for black people specifically. No, she told you. Now you did something for the Indians specifically when you fast forward those green cards. Remember? Those visas and all that? Yeah, you did that for them. Into the country. Remember, Cam? Yeah, you own it, girl. I read about it in Wall Street Journal. So now people they ain't doing nothing, but they already told you that from the jump. I'm sorry, they told you that. When Ice Cube was doing all this stuff about no free vote, a lot of black people was talking down about him. Oh, because we used to give him a free vote. We love Zaddy that much. And now, everybody's getting but us. The anger, I'm not understanding, because I'm just saying, they never said that we're going to do anything. And that's just real. Mad at Kamala, she didn't lie to you. She made it clear in that video. It circled around the internet, around the world. But some mad at Kamala Harris. When people show you who they are, believe them. So this here, when black men like this here, they hate themselves, and pretty much a lot of women do too. It's in the community. They show you who they are, believe them. He doesn't care about those people. In my opinion, I'm gonna pull a Kanye. Chris Brown doesn't like black people. What he said about George Bush. Well, I'm gonna say that about what's this? That's what Kanye West said about George Bush. I'm gonna say it about Chris Brown. In my opinion, based on these actions, Chris Brown doesn't like black people. Doesn't care whether they have a place to live or die. He does not care. He got the money, and he ran. He ran so far away. Okay. Took everything and got it clean, got the money and ran. You ran him his money, and he ran that $1.1 million into his pockets and gone. Don't forget, they're also out of an additional, the lady, $1.9 million for the other artists. So see, they don't get to eat as well. One Negro caused all of this. No benefit. They're out of $1.1 million. How do you think that this will people will look at that black woman in business? That's why it's very hard. I keep telling you, dealing with black folks, you'll never see me, a group of black folks saying, let me give you my business card. I'm just sorry, I won't. What for? Now, if I'm in a setting and we're all business oriented, then that may be different. But just in general, hell no. I don't want the drama. $1.1 million. This puts a stain on her business. Why? You didn't want a dusty black man. This is what they do. And then you wonder why some people, oh, look at that person. They got a white person doing this. They got a white person doing that. Because they experienced this. And they're tired. And you can't keep on trying to, I'm black, gotta find this black person to chase down the right Negro, hoping it goes right. Sometimes you get that one chance. And that's it. And sometimes you roll on black. Too many problems. We want to disrespect each other. Why? Because we really do hate each other. We're just loving that white man, but not each other. So it lets you know what he thinks about the community. I don't care what kind of song he come out. I've been stopped buying his music. It's been a long time. I mean, seriously. I couldn't even tell you what the food got out. But when people show you who they are, believe them. And then people like me tell the truth. Folks want to get mad because we like living in a delusion. So $1.1 million, the concert is over. Sound check. Concert is over. Not going to be no concert. I hate to tell you, this is what black people like to do. They love to hurt each other. So I know, simply you shouldn't say the truth is out. Like other folks don't know. What we love to do? Hurt each other. And now you see why a lot of black people hate to tell you, sometimes deal with anybody but, because they already know. Hoping and praying there's no drama. Paid him $1.1 million. Girl, you probably would have did better. I don't know if he would take you probably would have did better with, especially Houston, and that's Texas. You probably would have did better, girl, with Blake Shelton. Bon Jovi, heck, they contact them. Remember they gave up that big check for all those people that needed help? You seriously call Bon Jovi, call somebody like that. Look what you get. Better yet, call a black woman artist, Kellis. Call her, Lauryn Hill. Why you call this? Why you call this? I think it's a colorist. Should have called a black female artist. Angie Stone. The talent we have. Kelly Price. Fantasia. Should have called a black female artist. But we always want to push the men narrative. Look at all these black women you could have called. All these black women you could have called. You probably wouldn't have had this problem. But you dealing with a black man. I'm gonna pick Chris. I don't know. I gotta wonder why I even picked this Negro. Why? You want somebody from Texas? You got brothers in Texas. What's her name? Miss Independent. That's another Kelly. Call Kelly Rowland. She's from Houston. Look at all the black women you could have called. You probably wouldn't have had this problem. Why they picked this Negro, I really don't know. Maybe because, I like him, Mom. Maybe her grandchild likes him. I don't know. Kelly Price. Kelly Rowland. Could have called Kellis. Fantasia. So many other. Angie Stone. Shantae got a man at home. Call her. All these black artists, female artists, should have called. But this is what happened. We still gotta put that black man on my shoulder. Your behind gonna forget. Child, he'll ride your shoulder. Before you know it, your shoulder doing a shoulder lean. You're gonna fall down to the ground. And he not gonna give you no hand up. Why they pick this fool, this self-hating fool, I don't know why. And I see him as a self-hating black man. Why you pick this thing on the screen, I will not understand. That's what you get. Should have called a black female artist, but it's true. Black women, sometimes I read some of the emails, and Dark and Lovely, SIG, thank you so much. We don't really support each other. Just this week, I found out something. Could have been an opportunity for myself. One of my homegirls, I didn't just help her with a business. I drove my behind across the state line and even gave her the merchandise free. From my inventory. Drove across state line in my SUV, hotel fee, and gas, and gave her the merchandise free. This is what you do step by step. I found out this week. Could have been an opportunity for me. The little witch kept her mouth shut. Really? Really? Kept her mouth shut. Did someone say no? Huh? Really? She has a nice living. What's the deal? Kept her mouth shut. Didn't say a word and lied and said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna send that to you. Yeah, I'll let her know." And so I called and asked about it. And I'm like, "No, you still didn't send it. I can put two and two together. You're an enemy. But it's cool. 'Cause you can't hurt me, darling. You know maybe 2 ways to make a living. I know a couple. Yeah. This what you want to do? Oh, okay. So maybe that explains for they didn't call. There are too many black entertainers you can call out. Too many. You could have called. Would have gladly accepted that money. I'm sure Angie Stone would have taken my money. Man, Angie Stone, Kelly Price, come on now. And there's probably some new ones that you all can name. But see, we don't want to support each other. We still got that black man. I gotta put something in the black man's hand, and he done showed you what he'll do every day. People tell you who they are, might want to believe him. So now, and he's been proven to have dust bucket colorist ways. I'm still wondering why you pick Chris Brown. If they had told me, I would think, who else you got? You want KC and JoJo? That's old school. Who else you got? It's got to be somebody else. It can't be this fool right here. Me, I would have chosen a black woman. Why? Because I'm a woman. I'm gonna put some money in their hands. Because men like this on the screen. Look here. Don't forget, this here. Even though it's not him particularly, but this is the most black men in the community. And if it doesn't apply to the fly, your $50 billion buddy, $50 liability buddy. Don't forget, he's a liability. $50 billion annually. So I'll be putting money into the women's hand. I guarantee, I hate to say it, more than likely, if it were a white person, you might have had a better chance of choosing a black woman. Why? You can see when it comes to business who they always choose because they already know. They know the mindset. and the ideology of black men. And black women don't want to accept that I'm still holding on until that dust is gone. Oh, I'm still holding on. Keep on holding on, Grandma. You're going to lose your grip. You're going to fall off a sinking ship. Still going to hold on. Again, why they chose this thing right here, I can't do it. I don't understand. Why this fool right here? So now, no benefit. The people are in limbo. You're out of $1.1 million. Now she's on the hook for $1.9 million. I don't even know how that will affect her or her business. Girl, you might be into some kind of bankruptcy thing. She might face some kind of litigation dealing with this. Well, he did it. Yeah, but she chose him. Why you choose him? You didn't vet? She could still be on the hook. This is what happens when you deal with dust. But go on, Mimo. Keep on holding on and hope that dust is gone. Your business might be gone. You might be adversely affected financially, personally, and business-wise. All because this. You just got to deal with the black man. The black man. You couldn't find somebody else. You had to deal with this ninja right here. You had to. Why? You can choose a black woman for the benefit, girl. And we got a lot of talent in the group that still, they're not, no offense intended. Brittany, she worth a whole lot of money. She's young, she's cute, she got a talent. She's a performer. And I'm not saying in haterade, hey, I bought a Britney Spears CD back in the day, girl, Over Protected. I really like that song, okay? Like that song. No shade. But turn the music off. Okay? Got a cute little figure. Turn the music off. And I'm going to put Shantae Moore and Brittany. I'm going to put Kelly Rowland, maybe. Kelly and Brittany, maybe about this, This is somebody else. Shantae Moore and Brittany. Kelly Price and Brittany. Turn the music off. And let's see. What's my point? And it's different genres of music, I understand. We have a lot of talent, and it's really not, they're not really capitalizing. Whereas one may be worth tens of millions of dollars, other person is equally talented, or in my opinion, maybe because it's my choice of music, more talented, they may be worth 3 or 4 million, just a fraction of that. So my point is, and I ain't no haterade, why you couldn't choose a black woman? Mammy Biscuit still kind of seep in every now and then. You want to put some money in his hand. This Negro don't need the money. He's done some things that I consider anti-blackness. Again, why they find this fool right here? And now look what's going to happen. This is what happens when you keep on dealing with dust. But I believe in my dust bucket black man. I believe in him. Now look. Should have chose somebody like I said, that's me. Kelly Price. Could have chose somebody like her. It's so many of them out there. Could have chose her. H-E-R. Why not her? You could have chose, which I don't know if a concert is over, but yeah, could have chose her. H-E-R. So many to choose from. Choose a black man. And that's what mammies do. And I hate to tell you, they choose a typical dust bucket black man. And this is what happens to you. Why? When you choose a typical Tyrone baby doll, it always goes wrong. And I'm out. Why they choose